Hey lovelies, Nay here, and I am back today with another Felicity Jane layout, and this time I am using the adorable EMELINE kit. Where can I start? This layout transformed so many different times in my head as I was laying things on the page. It's not even funny. I first start off with a left side vertical design with strips down the side and multiple Love You More cut files from the Felicity Jane shop down the side, and just a few strips and some florals coming out the side. It was really quite lovely. But when I just sort of looked at it and looked with what I had, I just realized it wasn't really what I wanted. So I quickly turned back to the ye old faithful, and I'd already fussy cutted out that grey scallop from the patterned paper scallop sheet. Decided to use that as a top border, and then brought out my old faithfuls of the white on white with my polka dot tulle and my lace doilies and the white die cut and this really white photo. I tried to fussy cut these flowers. Now I'm gonna be the first one to say here, when I first saw this sheet of pattern paper in the kit, I thought, oh no, it's a dark background, I can't fussy cut it. I proved myself wrong. I actually fussy cut out these flowers and I really liked how they looked, so I ended up doing a few more and continued that throughout the layout. I do a visual triangle once again. I do 3 clusters of florals. The whole focus of this layout was basically to work on creating interest and dimension without overcomplicating your layout and just making it really nice and light and not bulky and like so much going on. So that's where the white on white on white with those pops of yellow come from. Just working on layers of white as opposed to layers and layers and layers and layers of different colored pattern papers. I just find sometimes it just makes it really, really fussy, really, really over the top. And this photo is really like beautiful. It's one of my sister's favorite photos that I've taken of her and Vinny together. And I just wanted something really nice and sweet and, you know, just sort of really let the photo shine as opposed to letting the papers tell the story. And that's what I do a lot. I try to work the papers to tell a story, but I really wanted my photo to sort of be the central focus today, and as well that beautiful cut file, I really wanted to show that off. They were my 2 focal points. I did add a square of the grey dotted chevron paper behind the doily, just to give it a little bit of extra colour, even though, you know, grey is not really a colour, it's a tone. Just to give it just that little bit of a grounding space. I know I already have the doily and all that, but it just sort of made sort of invisible mat around the photo without being completely in view and above the doily. So now I finally have the 3 clusters of flowers, and you can see on the photo I actually got the puffy flowers from the puffy sticker sheet, and I'm layering them over the top of the flowers and creating extra interest and extra dimension that way. Once again, using that same principle of using light colors. The flowers are identical and they work seamlessly together, but they still give you the dimension and the interest without being super fussy and super complicated. And that's what I really like about this layout. I have been able to use that principle in 2 different ways, through just all white and then also through the motifs of the yellow flowers. So it works for whatever, basically. It doesn't have to be just white, it can be different colors. If you're using the same color but in different elements, it just really creates that texture that you want and that interest. And I'm continuing that by adding on this really adorable love heart flare badge and a puffy sticker that says favorite, because it is my sister's favorite photo. And when I showed her this layout, she just fell in love. She just thought it was amazing, and I don't usually get that kind of response from my sister, so I knew this was a good layout. Even though it's really simple, it's really airy and really sort of not complicated. You know, it's probably not my favourite layout, but she just loved it. just absolutely loved it. So now I'm just sticking down that cut file, and you will see that I didn't actually raise it up using any foam dots or anything like that. I really am not a fan of adding foam dots to things, especially really fine cut files like that. I just find it so tedious and time consuming, and in reality when you look at the layout you can see that dimension just through the cut file laid on top of the white cardstock, so it's not that big a deal. It just looks a little bit flat here in the video, but when you look at it in real life you can see it, and it's beautiful and lovely, and I'm just looking at it now and it does the trick. Now I'm just gluing down that label, and I thought about putting Vinny Loves Kayla on there, but it just didn't work, so I ended up using a puffy heart from the Alpha sheet, mind you. I was surprised that they had little love hearts on there. Very, very cute. Very much in love with the Felicity Jane style love heart. It's just adorable. Added in some wood veneer, and I hand punched some little hearts and some enamel dots, and I think I'm going to pretty much call this done. I think that's it. I'm done. I'm just putting down extra enamel dots because, heaven forbid, Felicity Jane gives me enamel dots, I'm going to use them. So that is the final layout, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go and jump over to the Felicity Jane blog, check out my post there and all the close-up photos, and read a little bit more about my process in there, and jump over to the shop. The new Christmas kits have just been released and they're absolutely adorable. If you don't subscribe, get over there and get a kit before they sell out. They are absolutely amazing. As always, all the links to the Felicity Jane store, my blog, my Instagram, all those bits and pieces are down below in the description, so don't forget to check those out, and check out the Felicity Jane blog post. That's where all the information will be on this layout. Leave a comment down below, guys, and let me know what you think of this layout, and I will be back tomorrow with another process video. Love you all, guys. Bye bye.